It's time for serious hours. Before we get into the games today, let's address a few things, okay? Alright? I'd like people to listen and hear me clearly since I heard a lot about what happened yesterday, and I want to clear any confusion, alright? So, everyone, guildies, clippers, if you could take the time to send this message out. Hey, guys, I am friends with Vox, okay? He's a great friend, and he is not a bad person. I know there are some of you that are annoyed at him, or have said some mean things, since he didn't really let me know about the talk show idea until last minute. But I'm not angry, and I'm not upset, and I was never mad at him at all. Some people seem to have thought that I was holding it in, or I was actually upset when I was never really mad in the first place. So please don't be mad on my behalf when I was never angry in the first place, okay? I didn't mind only appearing on the stream for this. Again, it wasn't a big deal in my opinion. Vox even told me it was okay if I still wanted to stream my perspective and do what I wanted to do, but I told him it was okay since this was his pilot for the talk show, and we still ended up having a lot of fun. I enjoyed my time with him, and that's all I wanted it to be. Surprisingly, this was the least sussiest stream we've ever had, and we just generally had a lot of fun talking and having a conversation about different topics that I felt were pretty important. But please don't try to what's the word? It sounds harsh, but don't try to separate me from my friends. I know there's a lot of people that don't know about what happened behind the scenes and what we talked about, but what we share on social media or on stream is not representative of how we are in private, okay? I was never mad, and I'm going to ask you to please not say anything mean to him or to any of my friends either about this specific case. Please leave him be, and Vox didn't do anything wrong, okay? It was a mutual it was a mutual miscommunication, and I'm just as much at fault too, because I could have totally asked about it earlier and be more clear about the plan for the stream too. But the point was, we talked, I adjusted to compensate for him, and I let people know I wouldn't be streaming my perspective, and that's totally okay, and I didn't mind at all. There was no problem with that, and we ended up having an amazing time. I loved getting to drink with the dude, so if you're going to be mad at him, I feel like you should be mad at me too, since I was also not the best at communicating for this collab in particular, okay? Despite that though, I feel like we had a great stream, and I had an amazing time talking with him. Hours felt like minutes when we were hanging out, man. Just don't put words in my mouth, okay? Because I think people actually believed I was upset from what fans have said when I wasn't ever upset, and that's not cool, man. Don't attack my friends on my behalf when I was never really had an issue in the first place. We're both adults, we're mature, we have conversations in private, we talk often in private too, and we can resolve those issues in private, okay? And again, it makes me really sad to see some people were being mean. Not everybody, but a small amount of people were being mean to somebody I cared about when I was never even upset in any way in the first place. Hey guys, Vox and I are human, and we're allowed to make small mistakes, okay? Everybody is, and this isn't something that hurt me. I think the reason some people were confused actually was because I made a post on Billy when I asked for hugs, and that had absolutely nothing to do with this. I was just feeling affectionate and was it touch starved? So I wanted to be cute, and I made that post on Billy. That had nothing to do with it at all. But I think some people tried to connect the dots and be oh, he's upset about something. I'm no, that wasn't. And I try my best to spread a message about being forgiving of others and being understanding of people, right? I want you guys to take on that, ideology too as much as possible, because there are some really ruthless people. There can be some really ruthless people. I'm not saying you guys are, but I've seen how bad the internet can be, and I've seen how terrible, children on the internet especially can just ruin a good thing just by being like over the top. And I know I can't change everyone's mind, but I really do hope more people will get where I'm coming from. And it just shocked me that, you know, people were angry about something that happened when both of us weren't really upset in the first place. And hey, think about it like this, all right? Let's say Shoto, like me, I planned to stream a horror game on Monday, right? Then last minute, I realized I couldn't because it wasn't released yet, or like there was a conflict, and instead I told you guys I'm gonna be playing Valorant that day instead of the horror game, right? Now, answer me, would you guys get upset at me for doing something like that? Would you guys get sad at me for changing the game on the stream last minute? No, right? Yeah. Like, everyone's like, no one would get upset about that because it's just like shit happens, and it happens all the time. Like streamers, like, you know, change it up because like something we didn't account for, and I don't think anyone would get upset. Like I said, same thing with Vox. Like, I didn't get upset because it wasn't something to get upset about in the first place, and I was totally okay with it, just having it be on his channel. And how you feel towards me changing games or oversleeping a bit is how I felt with Vox in this situation, alright? It wasn't a big deal, and I was never angry at him. And if anything, on the contrary, after yesterday, I felt like we grew even closer as friends and really got to open up more to each other because we were really, you know, got drunk and talkative and got to bond over our, you know, being more open with one another. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say, guys, okay? Like, don't cause anybody any trouble over this little thing, since I know it's not everyone. It's like a few people were you know, talking about it, and hey, I just wanted to say, like, I'm fine, all right? And thank you for caring about me. Like, it doesn't mean a lot that people cared about me that much, but don't worry, like, I have adult conversations with my friends, and I can be, you know, communicative when possible, to the best of my ability. And again, we're human, alright? So these things happen. Like, things don't always go to schedule, but if I'm actually upset, you'll know when I'm actually upset, because I feel like I'm not a person that gets mad often, to be fair, but if I ever do really get angry, like, you'll know. Trust me, you'll know. And I'm pretty like open about like my emotions whenever I can. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for understanding. I'm sorry, like I had to explain it because I care about my friends a lot, dude. I really do. And the last thing I want for them is to be like inconvenienced. And if it's like something to do on my part, if possible, like I can fix it, or I can, like, you know, ease it up a bit. But I know there's like fans out there that might be a little too much, and I really hope you guys can pull it back and like forgive him and like forgive me. Or like, you know, that if it was like a little mess up in you know, because some people thought I was streaming my perspective, but I didn't do that, and I felt like it wasn't that big of a deal. But I guess some people really wanted to see me on Twitch for that. But yeah, it's okay. They just taught me a lesson. Like, I'll just make sure, like, double triple check with my collab partners. Like, this is probably the first time it ever happened, not gonna lie, like in the history of my streaming, first time it ever happened where, like, you know, some like there's like poor planning like that. So please don't worry, like, I learned something, and I hope you guys understand too. All right, okay, thank you, I appreciate y'all. I really do. Thank you so much. Mwah.